Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. So we'll see into the footing details now. So this is the first drawing that you're supposed to see. Okay, it's the footing details what we have. Even before the footing details, we have to start with the column layout. But no issues. We'll start with the footing details now. Okay, sure. Yeah. So whenever you start your construction work, you're supposed to look into this part. Okay. So this part will tell you like what is the grade of a concrete you're supposed to use, what is the grade of a rebar you're supposed to use, and what is the minimum depth of excavation, what are different clear covers you're supposed to use. So quickly we'll get into that. So these are the basic point what they write. That is, do not scale the drawing, follow the written dimensions only. Read this drawing along with the relevant architectural drawing. This is very important. The structure is designed for a ground plus 2 upper floor only and for live load and dead load only. That means this particular structure has been designed only for a ground plus 2 story. That is ground floor, first floor and the second floor. Okay. And we cannot put another floor over that. So that is strictly what they have written it here. And it is only designed for live and dead load. Dead load in the sense the self weight of the beam, the column and all. And the live load is like once we get into that house, we all are live load, we the furnitures and all. So along with that, we'll be having a earthquake load, we'll be having a wind load and all. For that, in this particular building is not designed. Excavation depth is 5 feet minimum. That means minimum 5 feet of excavation has to be done whenever you're putting your footing, and foundation to be laid on the firm soil. That means very hard soil. Whenever you get there, you're supposed to put your foundation, and you're supposed to make use of M20 grade of concrete, where M stand for mix and 20 is the characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. Got it? Yeah. Now the grade of a rebar, because since we are using RCC, it's a combination of a concrete and the rebar. So the rebar what you're supposed to use, it belongs to FE 500, where FE stand for iron and 500 is the yield stress of that particular rebar. Okay. Other than that, these are the cover what we are supposed to give. That is for the slab, it is half inches, which comes out to be half inch comes out to be uh, around 12.5, right? Yeah. And then for the column, it is 1.5 inch. And for the footing, it is 2 inches. 2 inches comes out to be 50 mm. So I'll put it in terms of mm. So it is easy for us. Footing, it is 50 mm for us. Okay. Column is 40 mm. And for the slab, it is usually 20 mm. Okay. Even though they have mentioned it half inches, it's okay. It is 20 mm. Okay. Next is safe bearing capacity of the soil is 180 kilonewton per square meter. And the lap length, it is 47 times the diameter of a bar. And rest things are okay. The footing, wherever you're putting the PCC, it has to be 100 thickness of a PCC, that is for the plain cement concrete, and the ratio is 1 is to 4 is to 8, right? So this is a basic explanation what they try to give. Yeah. So now we'll get into the footing drawing. So this is my footing drawing. So we'll start from this. So again, this A, B, C, D, E, F, all these are the grid lines. In the same way, these are for the vertical grid lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same way, in the horizontal, we have again 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, and this is 6. Okay. So in this way, the grid lines will be prepared in the AutoCAD software, and then we are going to give the footing. Now we have one footing here. Can you identify this footing? So just quickly tell me what is the name of this particular footing. So this is the footing what I have. Okay, and the name of the footing is mentioned here. So what is the name of a footing? It is F1. The name they have given is F1, and over this footing we have C1 column, right? So this much you are in a position to understand what is the size of my footing. It is mentioned here. So this size is actually 4 feet 6 inch. So this is 4 feet 6 inch, and this is also 4 feet 6 inch. This is also 4 feet 6 inch. Got it? So the size of my footing is 4 feet 6 inch and 4 feet 6 inch and 4 feet 6 inch. Here you are not going to get the depth of your footing. For that, there's a separate drawing which is called a schedule of drawing. In that, it will be mentioned. Right now, we are seeing the plan from the top how it looks. Okay. Now come to this part. Again, what is the name of this footing? The name of the footing is F2, and the column coming on that is C2. So again, the size of the footing is 5 feet, and this side also it is 5 feet. Okay. So two are done. Now we'll go to the next footing. The next footing is my F3 footing. Again, it is a 5 feet 3 inch by 5 feet 3 inch. So next, again, I have one more footing which is F1, which is again 4 feet 6 inch by 4 feet 6 inch. So in this way, all the footings, the dimensions and all will be given here. Then F4, F5, F5. Then they are given a name as F48, F4A. Then it is F2 footing. Then it is F5 footing. Then it is F6. then again it is F4A, then again F6, F28. So quickly tell me what is this footing? Of course, the name of the footing is F4 and the size is 5 feet 11 inch by 5 feet 11 inch. Exactly. So in this way, you are supposed to understand this. Okay. I hope by this time you have got an idea like how this particular thing looks. Anyhow, I'll show you this through a practical image. And now coming to this part, whatever we have studied here, right? Like F1, F2, F3. If it is difficult for you to understand it from here, they give a table similar to this. I mean, something like this. So again, they have mentioned the footing numbers as F1, F2, F2A, F3, F4, F4A, F5, F6, F7, and F7A. And the footing type is it's a pad footing. It's an isolated footing. Now coming to the dimensions, you can see the length, the breadth, and the depth is given. So this depth you don't get here. Okay. For example, if I consider F6 footing, what is the size? It is 7 feet by 7 feet. Agree with me? Come here, come to the F6 footing. So this is my F6 footing. Okay, this is my F6 footing. So what is mentioned here? 7 feet by 7 feet. But this 22 inches, you don't get it here. It will be written in the cross section part. So that is why they have made a separate table for this and they are given it here. Okay. So now to put it in a better way, let me quickly show you one of the drawing, one of the practical image for this so that you get an idea. Okay, this is not possible, no issues. So just remember, I'm explaining you what is F6 footing, 7 feet by 22 inches. So that means practically this will be a 7 feet. So if this is a footing, okay, so this will be a 7 feet. Okay, I'll directly take you the footing only. Before we do the concreting work, we do a shuttering work, something like this. So this will be 7 feet from this outer to this outer. Again, from this outer to this outer, it is 7 feet. And the depth, whatever you saw, right? It was 22 inches. Agree with me? So this will be 22 inches. This particular depth, whatever you saw, it will be 22 inches. Got it? So in this way, practically on the site, all these things will be done. For example, I'll show you the complete footing now. So once it has been concreted, yeah. So if you understand it, yeah, it will try to understand in this way. So this is my 7 feet, or let me do it for this. Okay, this is my 7 feet from this inside to this inside. Again, from here to here, it is 7 feet, and the depth was 22 inches. So this particular depth will be 22 inches. So in this way, let us consider this is my F1 footing, F2, F3, F4, and so on. So in this way, practically all these footings will be executed on the site. Now you may be wondering, like, how do we understand all these things? So if you are watching my lecture on the on the Ellison platform, I have my courses. You just have to type Akshay Kamath. You get lot of all these are my different courses where it has been categorized into diploma in building construction, diploma in structural engineering. There are 5 different courses on the same lectures, which is more than around 25 to 26 hours. You can learn everything from there. Else, my courses are also available on Udemy platform. You can even learn from there. Else, I have my YouTube channel by name Civil Brains. You just have to put Civil Brains. A few of my lectures you can get there. Okay, and then I have my own app by name Civil Brains app. It is available on Play Store. You can download that. And if you are interested to buy all these courses and all, you can always contact me on 9953 So since it's an Indian code, you can put +91. Okay, it's an Indian STD code and 9953779047. This is my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me here so that I can guide you on the Ellison where the exactly the courses are, or even you can buy it from Udemy or you can take it from an app or anywhere. Okay, so that is how it is. All these things I've explained in a more better way. Here, since I have a time constraint, I whatever is required, I'll be explaining you those part. Right? Yeah. So this is understood. So in this way, the footing number, the footing type, the footing dimensions will be given. Now coming to the footing reinforcement. Now if you had seen it here, yeah, if you had seen it here, we had provided a lot of reinforcement, isn't it? You can see it here. This was the reinforcement what we had provided. This is a reinforcement what we had provided. So again, what kind of reinforcement you're supposed to provide here? That will be mentioned in the drawing again. So I'll go back to the drawing. So it is mentioned, for example, I'll go with F6 footing now. So the F6 footing, you see it here, what is mentioned in the F6 footing. You have to provide a 12 diameter, T of 12 means 12 diameter bar at 6 inches center to center spacing along the shorter, that is along the X is shorter span, along the Y is a longer span. And again along the longer direction, so you have to provide a 12 diameter bar at 6 inches center to center spacing. Okay, so practically this is how it looks. See, if you had taken my basic course of construction methodology and all, you would have understood all these things. But still, let me quickly try to tell you for someone who has not understood it. So if this is my shorter span, if this is my shorter span, and if this is my longer span, so whatever rebar I've used it here, right? This one in this direction. This is a 12 diameter bar at what was the dimension given? Yeah, 6 inches center to center spacing. Okay, yeah. So it's a 12 diameter bar which has been put here, and the distance between this is 6 inches center to center. So this is 6 inches, this is 6 inches, this is 6 inches, and on. In the same way, in the longer direction also, this is my longer direction. This is my longer direction. So whatever bar I have used in the longer direction, okay, this is also this is also 12 diameter bar, and the distance between these two bar is again 6 inches. So this is again 6 inches center to center spacing. So again, this is 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches. Got it? So in this way, the entire mesh will look something like this. So 6 inches, and 6 inches. In the same way, this is 6 inches. This is also 6 inches, 6, 6, and 6. So in this way, the bar bender will arrange all these things, and practically it will be executed. And finally, it is going to look something like this. Got it? Yeah. So I think most of the things I've covered it here regarding the footing. So this is how it looks. And now coming to the excavation part. So this is a typical cross section what they give. Now, how much is the excavation you're supposed to do? It is mentioned here. Right now you're standing in the ground level. From the ground level to the bottom of your PCC. This is my PCC, which is a 4-inch, comes out to be 100 mm. That was mentioned here. You can see with 100 mm, all footings to be provided with 100 mm thick bed concrete. So this is that particular bed concrete what you can see. Okay, it is a 4 inches mentioned here, and your depth of excavation will be 5 feet, which comes out to be roughly 1.5 meter. Okay, so this is your depth of excavation. Up to here 5 feet of excavation will be done, then the PCC bed will be put, and then the footings are going to come. Got it? Yeah. And this was my natural ground level, and this is the depth of the D is the depth of your foundation, which you're going to get here. For each footing, the depth is different. F1 it is this much, F2 it is this much, F2A it is this much, F3 this is 16 inch, F4 it is 18, F5 it is 20, F6 it is 22, F7 it is 14, and F7 it is 16 inches. Got it? Great. So in this way, you're supposed to understand this, the footing layout. So in the next lecture, I'll be taking you to the column and the plinth beam, and then we'll see the roof beam, the slab, and the other part. So I hope you have enjoyed my lecture up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.